All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Chris McKinney. I don't know if everybody can see the chat feature or not, but we are ready to get started. Today is, of course, September 24th, 2015. This is the first inaugural cyber mentoring session of this school year, 2015-16. And speaking of inaugural events, we have someone from UT-RGV. As you know, UT Pan Am and UT Brownsville have basically joined forces to create a new college down here in the Valley, an incredible university with lots to offer. And we are pleased to have the president of the engineering, I'm going to get the title exactly correct, the Engineering Student Advisory Council, ESAC for short. And Michael Acevedo is working on getting his camera to work on his computer so that you can see him in person and live. But we're real excited to have Michael as the president, and then later this afternoon, Francisco as vice president will be joining us. And if Michael's available, he might participate in all 3 or 4 of the sessions throughout the day, depending on his schedule. But we will be having engineers from UT-RGV talking about their experiences from school, secondary school, middle school, high school, and college experiences, and just kind of the path they took to get to where they are now, and give you some advice on things that you can do now while you're in high school and things to look forward to. You have an opportunity for question and answer. He's going to do an introduction shortly. And again, we're really excited that you're participating. Just to let the teachers know, you have the option. I'm seeing over in San Benito where I'm on full screen. You can toggle back and forth and you can do a gallery view. Welcome, San Benito. We have McAllen, we have Brownsville, we have Santa Rosa all joining us. And I would ask if you wouldn't mind, either through the chat feature or if you register for future sessions, if you would put, some are just putting like the teacher's name, if you would also put like a dash SBHS or Mac High or things like that, just so we can identify the schools, because we like to do shout outs and make sure that the students are welcomed appropriately. But we're really excited to have y'all joining us this morning. Again, this is the first of 4 sessions. There's another one at 10:30. After lunch, we have a 1 o'clock, and then we finish the day at 2:30. And so each of our presenters shares different things. And of course, when there's questions, they'll answer those. And so the questions vary from session to session. We're also recording. I've already started recording the session, and I hope to upload it to YouTube soon. And I will share that link out with the teachers, or at least the Garrett facilitators, who would then would share with teachers if there's any students that missed the session would like to catch up these sessions later in the future. All right. Enough about me. You don't want to hear from me. I am a STEM specialist here at Region 1 Garrett. I'm sitting in my office in Edinburgh, Texas. And if you've never Zoomed before, which is our webinar format, it's really cool. And if you have, welcome back. And we're excited that you are joining us today. Michael, I'll let you do some introductions as you continue to try to work through the video capabilities on your computer, and hopefully he can show us what he looks like here shortly. Mike, take it away.
Yeah, hopefully so. You know, you drop $1,200 on a laptop and for whatever reason the webcam doesn't work. It's a little frustrating. So hi guys, my name is Mike Acevedo. I am studying my 3rd year here at UT-RGV now, studying electrical engineering. How's it going? How's it going? So I'm going into my 3rd year here at UT-RGV now, studying electrical engineering. It's actually been pretty fun. I've had a lot of great opportunities through the university to expand my leadership my leadership skills and all that, and which have led to a lot of great things like internships, job offers, even a local job here I got just because I knew some people via networking. It's actually pretty cool, pretty fun. But it all does start way back when in middle school and even high school. So I'm pretty sure everyone here is a junior, so 11th grade. Got 2 years to go, and then you're out of there. So just by show of hands from the classroom, who here is going to go to local university or just go to university in general? Oh, no, you're leaving. At least at one school. No, the bell, please, por favor. Okay, everyone else is here. So I'm assuming a lot of y'all are on the college track. Bye. And your sophomore year, junior year, and senior year in high school really do mean a lot because back when I was a junior in high school, they had us in the gear up room, and thank God that Francisco is here so that he can get the webcam up the room. But back in high school, we had our little gear up room where we would just be in there every other day, applying to schools, taking our planning all our ACT exams, SAT exams, submitting scholarship applications and whatnot. So it does actually take a lot from you in high school to make sure you can make it to college. And I'm just waiting for Francisco. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay, there you go. You'll have the webcam right now.
Yeah.
So, no, I actually went to high school in La Jolla. I don't know if we have La Jolla here.
No, they're not part of this Gear Up grant. They were part of UTPA.
La Jolla.
And they're part of TAMU grant, actually, out of Laredo. But we had a great connection with La Jolla. The two Gear Up grants, both Region 1 and UTPA, did a lot of things together.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Well, shout out to them. They're cool. That's where I graduated from. But I actually spent some time in SciTech, part of the South Texas ISD school district. That was a lot of fun, too.
Okay.
And I know for the most part, from everything that everyone says, a lot of schools have a lot of opportunities in regards to college preparation. And now some of them are just being college prep or even early college high schools. And I know there's a lot of opportunities for dual enrollment and even concurrent enrollment at most high schools. So I would definitely say that is one thing you definitely want to do. You definitely want to take advantage of those opportunities because that will help you out a lot, especially if you're going to come here to Pan Am. I don't know how it works anywhere else, or UTRGV, I'm sorry. Because if you're considered a sophomore, once you enroll here at the university, even if it's your first year, you get Zone 2 parking, which means you don't have to park behind the baseball field. So you definitely want to take your classes, not because you want to get ahead of life, because you want better parking. So
Good advice.
Good advice. And it's free. Most dual enrollment classes are free. All you have to do is sign a paper and pass a class. So I definitely, hey, there he is. Put myself on this end. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it going to be a problem with the audio?
No, I'm muting.
Okay.
Morning, Francisco. Thanks for joining us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I'll come around.
Okay.
So again, Francisco is the
Yeah.
vice president of the Engineering Student Advisory Council, ESAC for short.
Yeah.
Former president of SME.
Former
Yes,
president.
Mike and Francisco will be hosting this event, this session.
Okay. So, hi guys.
You got to get me in there too.
Okay.
Don't be
There
greedy.
you go.
Hey,
I love the spotlight, you know that.
go ahead.
So my name is Francisco Torres. Everybody knows me as Paco, so feel free to call me that. I'm actually an international student from Mexico. I'm from a little city called Tampico in Tamaulipas. I'm currently a senior. I'm graduating in May 2016.
Congratulations.
My professors allow me to. My major is manufacturing engineering, so everything that has to do with industrial engineering, manufacturing engineering, and systems engineering, we all take care of that. So my experience here. So my experience here, I think it's really particular because I'm an international student. So back in Mexico, when I graduated, I was offered a lot of scholarships and stuff like that. So instead of studying for free in my country, I came here because of the great opportunities. And when I got the tour from the university when we were Pan Am, I was able to see how much opportunities there are for engineering here. And it's really amazing the kind of open door policy that professors have for students to go in there and work and be able to use all the machines, all the equipment that we have available. So that's one thing that you want to consider when you go to choose your university. Make sure that the opportunities for undergraduates in terms of the equipment, in terms of the laboratories are really good, because as soon as you can get there and start working on them and learning how to use all that, the better for your resume, the better for you. And you get that exposure early on, which is really important for you to decide if that's what you want. Um, what else?
So how would you say that plays into your leadership experience thus far?
Well, since my first semester, I got involved with different organizations. At the beginning, when you get here from our country, you try to find yourself, find like established work kind of group of people you want. So I started with organizations like outside of the engineering department, outside of the building. So I was in the International Student Association. I was involved with an environmental awareness club. I did a bunch of stuff, but my leadership started, I think, with the Startup Manufacturing Engineers. I was recruited to work in Hestech. So a group of friends and I planned this quadcopters project. So we spent like
Good morning, veterans.
so we spent like 8 hours in community day of Hestech, just flying quadcopters and explaining how do they work. And I got really involved with SME. I really love the whole concept of like promoting our degree and engineering. Hello.
Okay, I just muted their audio. They just got their microphone.
Okay.
What I'll do is I have control of everybody's microphone if they have one.
Okay.
And when we go to question and answer, I appreciate keep doing what you're doing, but then I'll unmute or they can unmute, ask the question, remute, and you guys can answer.
Okay. Okay. So after that, during my junior year, it was when the current president, in that moment president of SME, invited me to be the next one in line. So I took control of SME as the president, and that was last year. And I think it was a great experience. If you can, the sooner you can get involved into organizations, the better, because that's when you start building your confidence. You start learning how to deal with people. And as an engineer or as any professional, one of the most difficult things that they will never teach you in college is how to deal with people. Mm-hmm. And many of our professors said this, and it's really true. Like, you can have the best idea ever, you can have the most amazing product in the world, but if you cannot sell it, if you cannot pass your information, pass your knowledge to your boss or to any people, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter how good of an idea it is. It doesn't matter how much money you can make with it. If you cannot convey the message, it's not going to happen.
And that can start as early as high school, where y'all are at. In
Exactly.
Your junior year right now, you can really start making a difference in the way you carry yourself and the way you present yourself to others. And that's really going to go a very long distance, especially being in high school, being someone with very professional mannerisms and very professional habits goes a long way, especially when it comes down to, it's going to come down to scholarship time. So how many of y'all have about $6,000 laying around in your pocket right now, ready to pay for college out of your own pocket, if for whatever reason you're not able to get the financial aid that many people are offered? What happens and what goes a really long way is when you have all these leadership opportunities you took at an early age in high school, and you could have started even earlier or continuing or starting now, it goes a long way, and you can fill that resume of yours, and you're able to present yourself a lot better, and you're able to talk about yourself a lot better just by saying you're this position in this organization. And they will just start throwing money at you for days so that they can help further your education, further your career pursuit, to go ahead and help integrate you into the workforce, because they're going to invest in you now so that you can be investing in others in the future with your time and with your opportunities. So again, organizations are one of the best things you can do right now in high school. It's one of the best things you can do, along with a bunch of other opportunities, to go ahead and start building your portfolio, professional and leadership skills. And it might sound a little boring saying, oh, I'm training to be a professional, blah, blah, blah. But it's actually pretty fun. It gives you the opportunity to be that person that will say, no, I'll do it. I can do this. I can do that. And you might not like that person right now. That person that says, oh, no, sir, I can go and take care of this, or why don't we do this, or why don't we do that? But when you're that person, it really gives you a sense of accomplishment. When when your drive is that high and you're taking those taking those steps to go ahead and just drive the whole classroom, whether it be to another homework assignment or whether it be to a project or something.
Yeah.
It's actually really fun. And I really highly recommend that y'all do that. And there's also other opportunities, like in my organization that I was previously the president of, the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. We don't require you to be Hispanic or an engineer, just professional. We have opportunities for high schoolers to go ahead and run their own chapters and gain those leadership skills, while also educating your fellow classmates about engineering and offering a bunch of different project opportunities and leadership opportunities as well. So it's a really fun organization. If you don't have one right now in your school, they're always open to getting a new school. As long as you have a devoted teacher that, doesn't have 20 million different clubs that they're doing. It's really fun because you don't want to bombard your teachers, of course, but it's really fun. It's a great opportunity to try out engineering before you even get to it, to see what it's all about. Yes, we see you waving. We can see all of you. Hello. So, Paco?
Oh, yeah. So, as Mike was saying, I think it's really important that you get exposed and you get involved as soon as possible. I know things in high school here are really different from Mexico. In Mexico, we don't have lots of opportunities to do that. But in my experience, where I've been here and what I've been able to see, you guys in high school, you get a lot of opportunities to get involved, to know about engineering. And believe me, either if you like, even if you have doubt, like maybe I want engineering, maybe I want something else, the exposure leads you to like understand what you like, understand what you are good at, and it helps you in making that decision. For example, up until I was in 11th grade, I think I wanted to be a psychology major, not an engineering major. So how do I change in a less than a year period from psychology to engineering? I got exposed to one big opportunity. A friend of mine invited me to helping out in this engineering competition. And we had like less than a month and a half to come up with this design project to make a product based on engineering, chemical engineering, manufacturing engineering. So we came up with in a month and a half with this amazing project. And we went to a national competition in Mexico City, and we got second place. And we got scholarships and everything, and school was super happy because nobody had done that before. So it was it's in 2 months I had changed from psychology to engineering, and I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So if you get the opportunity to go to one of these organizations or participate in competitions, go for it. Even if you're just a little bit curious, go for it, because that's the only way in which you will know exactly what you want. And that's what I think all your teachers and professors here and us as leaders want you, like choose whatever major or whatever discipline you want, but make sure it's something you're passionate about and you will be comfortable doing for the rest of your lives, because that's what it's about. We want the best professionals on any discipline. And if it's STEM, well, or engineering, that's even better, but it's whatever you want to do.
But STEM is fun.
Oh yeah, super fun.
You see, now he said he had this crazy revelation where he was in this competition and it changed his life. I just like math. I've always been a math nerd. My story is not as good as him, but engineering was something I've always wanted to do ever since I found out that taking apart stuff and putting it back together is technically a form of engineering or tinkering. And if you have any of those trades, it never hurts to try. And right now, while you're in high school, that is the safest place you can try career paths and try all these opportunities. There's been a big push, especially from Region 1 and Gear Up and HESTech and even little organizations as well, trying to go ahead and push in education. And even if you don't know if you like it, there's all these opportunities where, you might have to give up a Saturday. Yeah, you might have to not go to class. Oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world. You might not have to show up to class and you might get fed pizza. Woe is me. But you get to try these things hands-on. I didn't get to try them. You had your awesome competition.
Yeah, but it was like something that...
It was on the side.
Yeah, and I always like math and I always like science. Yeah. But,
No one came to you and
No,
like,
yeah,
was like, hey,
my
you wanna
parents
try
my
engineering?
parents never bought me Legos. That's the problem. I never had that hands-on experience to engineering. And all my parents are doctors, so
Legos are so cool.
yeah,
Legos.
I never got that. I know you have all these resources at your schools, so take advantage of that. Tinker with them, play with them, just see what you like, and you could become an engineer, you can become a chemist, you can become, as long as it's something that you're passionate about.
It's 9:30.
9:30.
When is this? Okay. So how long do we have left in the session?
As long as you can stick with us,
Oh,
we start a little late so we can go, until 10, if that's all right with you, another 30 minutes,
yeah.
somewhere in that range. It kind of depends. Like you saw that one class in San Benito, they joined us like at 8:30, we're waiting, and then the bell rang, so they left. But then that's Miss Lucio's class. She's up there, and
Okay. Awesome.
we're the ones all waving with another class has come in. So welcome
Okay.
back, Browns.
What else? Well, I think an important thing to mention about engineering.
I like how everyone's playing with the camera.
Yeah. So I don't know how many girls we have in the audience today. Girls, show your hands.
There's a few hands. There we go.
Yeah, there's a few hands.
Those are
So-
guy hands, but okay. Those are-
There's the-
I don't judge.
Be able to hear you guys.
I'll mute your audio there in San Benito, Mr. Hernandez's class.
okay.
Just join us.
I didn't mean it.
So
You did? Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, we can talk now.
Okay. Yeah, veterans. I'm going to mute you for just a second. All right. Good morning. Y'all want to start taking some questions?
sure,
Yeah.
let's go for it.
Okay. With a show of hands, and I know it's hard we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different classrooms that don't have a camera. So you'll have to just take control of your mic, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that do have cameras that work, and you've been waving and we've been waving back, and we're happy to have y'all. That is Brownsville, San Benito, 2 San Benito classes and 2 Brownsville classes have a working video, and also Santa Rosa.
Okay.
So if there's any students in one of those classrooms first, come on up to the camera, and I know they're Brownsville veterans in a pink shirt with a backpack on.
I'm going to roast them.
There you go. He's waving. You have a question for us?
Yes. Oh wait. Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. Because since my stepdad's a mechanical engineer, that's what made me feel like I want to be what he wants to be. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the bell rang. I had to go.
No.
Do what you want to do, but ask him for help.
Yeah, great.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All
That's the
right.
best thing
Well,
you
I'll
can
meet
have.
you. I see Santa Rosa. You are ready to go. What is your name, sir? I unmuted you in Santa Rosa. You were live in the green shirt. Look back in front of the camera. Hey, Doug.
Doing that. Bounce. Oh, where'd he go? Well, to touch on what that previous gentleman had said, if you have someone close to you that is in engineering or is in any sort of profession, that is the best thing you can have at your disposal.
Yes.
All you have to do is just tap them on the shoulder and ask them a question. Ask them, what was it like for you? What was it like how was your journey? What do you think I should do? See if it fits up. And that's the best thing you can have at your disposal, is someone that just talk to. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and in my experience, I once during Hashtag last year, I was presenting manufacturing projects, and this gentleman approached me. He was a mechanical engineer. He has been a mechanical engineer for like 20 years, and he was telling me like one of the things I think he feels like his career owes him was that innovation and research thing that you don't get in mechanical engineering. So I think if you have the opportunity to approach somebody that has been in the field for quite a while, just ask them like pros and cons, like what have you enjoyed, what haven't you enjoyed, like what have you done throughout the years, and also that's also like try to get exposure from students. Also come to a college. We have always an open door policy, and we're able to show you what we do, what other careers do, and I think it's really important you get all that exposure, because sometimes you choose your degree based on my dad did that or my uncle was that, and maybe it's not the fit for you, and maybe you don't know other options. I know mechanical and electrical are popular, civil are popular because it's easy to picture them. But manufacturing is a little more difficult to explain, like, what do we do? So personally, I work really hard whenever I go to high school to convey the message that what manufacturing is. And if you ever have questions like, I like mechanical, but I don't really know, so just come to us. We're always available here at the college. You can get tours of our labs so that like you can get to know each degree before you choose.
Yeah. And that's the best thing you can do is research.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
Excellent. And speaking of questions, I think Lucio's class in San Benito. I just unmuted your mic. There's a male and a female. Yes, good morning. Go ahead. You have a question for Francisco or Michael or both? You're on.
Yes. Do you suppose we live on campus or off campus? Which one do you suggest more?
Well, you live off, right?
Yeah, I live off campus.
We both live off campus.
I mean, it depends on. I always at my first semesters, I will always say like, I wish I live on campus because sometimes when I finish my classes, I just leave. And if there's an event at school or something's going on, involvement opportunities, I'm like, I don't want to drive 20 minutes all the way back to Edinburgh just because of that. But I don't want to stay 6 hours on campus just to wait for something. So it all depends. I really also living off campus, it's all cool because, it depends on what you want. I think it depends also on if you get like some financial support and stuff like that. I mean, it's more about the money. Like,
yeah.
For me, it was cheaper and more convenient to live off campus. So that's what my family did. But there's people that like living in dorms. Personally, I wouldn't be able to share a room. I'm like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cramped in there, but it's also an opportunity to have a little bit of, to be able to be on campus. They have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But just keeping it real, if you're an engineer, you live on campus anyways. You live here. You're here from 8 to 8. And that might sound a little weird, but it's actually pretty fun.
And when we say 8 to 8, it's 8 in the morning to 8 in the morning.
Yeah. It's actually.
Okay. Thank you.
It's personal preference.
Yeah.
There's always something going on campus if you ever wanted to live on campus. And also, if you want to live off campus, there's people that live right across the street, right next to the dorms.
Oh, yeah.
So you can live off campus, but be right here too.
Exactly.
So,
Great question. Great question. Yeah, it's personal preference.
Thank you.
I know as a parent, I've got 2 students in college right now. And I encourage them the first year to live on campus to get that experience and then you kind of decide. And it is cramped in a dorm room, but hey, we all did it. You need to do it too. That's just, like you said, saving money. Usually get a meal plan, things like that, which cuts corners because you don't want to go out and shop and your refrigerators are usually small. So you need a meal plan personally, I think.
Yeah, and living in a dorm also helps with certain habits too, like study habits or social habits. It helps you actually integrate to being a college kid. If you live at home on your own, off campus, you could literally go to class and go home and do nothing else.
Yeah.
And it would be really hard for you to work your way up into an organization or something else. You just got to find something you want to do. And trust me, you'll find a way to stay on campus for 12 hours straight.
There's always a way.
Awesome. Great advice. Okay. Any other questions out there?
I think we got a message from
Someone in chat?
Yeah. Mercedes High School here. We joined a little late. Would you recap the conversation for my class?
No.
Shh.
Cannot. That's not an option.
Okay.
No, go ahead. You were the one talking for the most part, so you can
okay.
recap what you're
A
talking
little recap. So he's Mike. I'm Francisco, or Paco, as you prefer. We're both engineering majors. He's an electrical engineer.
Yep.
I'm a manufacturing engineer major. Basically, the conversation was about the importance of getting involved, the importance of choosing what you're passionate about, and also the great deal of opportunities that STEM or especially engineering offer to you. I think we didn't mention this, but it's important that like in engineering, different to other careers in STEM, for example, biology, where everybody wants to get to med school and everybody's competing among each other. In engineering, you actually cannot be a lone wolf.
Yeah.
That's something you cannot do. because it's all in teams. You'll always be ended up working in teams, collaborating to do your homework because somebody gets it better than you do, or it's always good to have that feedback. So yeah, and UTRGV especially offers a lot of opportunities for that. We also have the labs have an open door policy. Ever since you're a freshman, you can come here and start working on the labs. Actually, most of the organizations offer the opportunities to show you how to use the machines or the projects. There's lots of big opportunities, especially if you get involved early on, because you get that leadership experience. In your freshman year, you can be a member. Then your sophomore year, you become an officer. By the junior year, you could be the president.
Yep.
And those things are what companies are looking for.
Yep.
Like the first thing you put in your resume is like, which organizations have you been part of and what have you done on them? And immediately if they see like, he was president of SME or he was president of SHIP, immediately they're like, okay, this guy has taken control of a team. He has been a leader. And so that sucks.
All while going to school.
Oh yeah.
Trying to maintain your grades and taking, 20 hours of coursework.
And I'm saying it like companies, like they see your GPA. That's the first thing they see, of course.
Yep.
But then if they see like, but he has this bunch of leadership opportunities and this job experience, is like, okay, I can accept like if he has maybe a little lower GPA, but he has been doing something. It's not like he's just messing around playing soccer or whatever.
Or video games.
Or video games.
That's
like
a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. No, but he has been being a leader. He has been spending time working. So he has been in organizations involved, working and studying. He still has above 3.0. Like, I mean, that's up.
Yeah. And also the whole soccer and video games thing. If you want to mix work and play, you can be part of an organization here that hosts those kind of events.
Yeah.
I know SHIP used to host a soccer tournament back in the day. And we used to host a bunch of tournaments as well that were like intramural sports. And even some of our computer science guys, they host game nights. Or someone will host a Smash Brother Brawl tournament. So it's not all about, just doing a project. You get to have fun.
Engineers have fun.
Yeah, we do.
We do barbecue on engineering week. Yeah. We have barbecue competition. We have professors eating free food. Yeah. Oh, there's always free food at the College of Engineering.
Yeah.
Every single day there's free food.
So that's the main reason why people join an organization. That's why I joined an organization. I joined like 6 organizations so that every other day I was fed. But that's how it started. And hey, free food is free food. But look, now I'm here in a leadership position. I've been president twice in 2 different organizations, and I've had job opportunities and internship opportunities. And yourself, you've had had an internship as well as an international student, as someone that usually has a harder time. You've had an opportunity just because of your leadership. And
so it happens that my employer, the guy who was going to be my supervisor, he was vice president for SME, and he's an alumni from UT Pan Am. So we immediately were like, this is happening.
There's an immediate connection.
Half of my interview was just talking about SME and how great are we doing. So it was like, immediately,
still there.
Like the whole thing that you are in an organization, somebody like you make a connection with someone just because of that really happens.
Yeah.
And it not only happens with fraternities, just to mention that.
Yeah. I know that's the one big thing that people like to join a fraternity. Organizations, if you find the right one, is just like a fraternity.
Yeah.
And you have that family, you have that fraternal bond, and you have that connection to the outside world.
And especially when you're a leader, you get that connection even when other student leaders. I know through ISAC, I met Mike, and I know we have ever been in the same organization except for ISAC.
Nope.
And we still we're good friends, and we know everybody because of this.
Yeah.
And when you go into a building and everybody knows you, that means something.
Yeah. When you can just stroll on into the dean's office, the person that is in charge of the whole building, and you can say, "What's up?" You got things going for you pretty well.
Yeah.
I like it.
And that kind of stuff opens your doors, because some of my best opportunities, like work opportunities and kind of internship opportunities, came from me having a good relationship with the dean's office. Yeah. I have had Dr. Gonzalez just tell me go to my office, and he's just like, we have this project, you want to go for it? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And it's like professors are always have opportunities for research, for projects, for work opportunities. And if you have a good relationship with them, if they know you're a leader under some organization, they know that you can do it, and they will open the doors for you.
and know it might sound a little bit hard to maybe get to this sort of position, this sort of status, but what really helps is when someone goes to Paco or myself with such an opportunity, we try to share that with all of our members, all of our officers, anyone we know. We try to make sure that we give everyone the opportunity to get to the point that we are at, to try to help foster that leadership, career building sort of project or something like that. So we definitely try to go and spread the love in that sense, give everyone the opportunity. And that's how it is here in the engineering building. Everyone's always making sure, looking out for their fellow students. They're not trying to kick them down and make sure they're at the bottom or no one's.
No, here we realize that there's opportunities for everyone. And like even myself, when I was president of SME, I got contacted by several companies trying to recruit members from SME. And it's like, if they're contacting me personally, I could be just like, okay, I can just tell some people that I know I can beat and just like, I'll get the position myself. But that's not what it's about. It's about showing these companies that we have a bunch of great people and let's go, let's compete and let's the best engineer win. And there's no hard feelings after that. Like, if he got the position, I mean, I need to learn from that guy because he got it and I didn't.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you do. Like, hey, how did you do that? You know, what did you do? You build your skills and your.
And in the end, if you're good friends with that person, like you already have one person that has been there, so it's all about the networking.
And
listen, we get 3 questions. There's 2 on the chat, and then there's a gentleman up in San Benito that wants to ask a question. Let me take this first question. How many years does a typical STEM program take in college?
Depends, but you can do it in 4.
Yeah, 4 years. It's like you can do it in 4. Mike is doing it in 17.
Yeah, and a half. I had some personal issues and I had some financial issues that I had to take care of. I'm probably going to graduate in about 5.5 to 6 years, but that's with other job opportunities that I had as well. Also, you might hear some people graduate with like 6 years as well, but they did 2 years at Toyota. Throughout their whole time here. So that's how they added up to 6.
Yeah, and it all depends on how you do it. For example, one of my professors once was mad at me because I didn't graduate in 3.5 years.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I didn't want to take 21 hours one semester.
So take like 4 classes in the summer.
Yeah.
And you have to be there every day, all day.
It all depends because if you take class in the summer, you can make it a little quicker, but like there's no hurries. College is awesome.
Don't end up doing 17 years though. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Joke.
But you know, my supervisor in my internship, he took like 6 years to graduate, and he is the most amazing engineer in the world. So I don't think that matters in the end. What matters is what you did in those years.
You aim for 4 for sure.
Oh,
you always want to do 4 years. Sometimes you lose financial opportunities as well if you don't do it in 4 years. But if you have to extend it past that, it's not a reason to quit. It's not a reason to feel bad about yourself. No. It's a reason to be like, all right, I did this because of this, and now I'm going to strive to end my goal and finish hard. Because in college and engineering and in college in general, if you want to get a job, it's about how well you finished. Not how you started. It's about how well you finished and what you learned from the beginning to the end. And as long as you bring yourself up to that point, you can definitely make a name for yourself, and you can definitely get a job through that whole experience, no matter how long it is. But good
advice, Mike. Okay, Lucio's class in San Benito. Go ahead, sir. Thank you for your patience.
My name is Nate. I want to ask, how much does it cost for one full-time semester at UTRGV?
One semester, one full-time, like 15 hours, 12 hours?
12, like 12.
12? I have coursework that was 12, and it's about 3.2. Around $3,000. How much was?
Yeah, I'm taking 12 hours, but usually I take like 18, and it's everything between like $3,500.
Yeah, it's about the 3 to 3.5 range.
Yeah,
as long as you're not.
But if you take more than 15 hours here at UTRGV, you get $500 discount.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You get a $500 check back if you do that for one semester and you keep on going. They try to make sure that they're giving you money to try to help you finish as fast as possible.
Yeah. And I know in engineering we also have a lot of scholarships. Yep. For example, there's a AT&T scholarship where you get together with 3 of your friends.
Yeah, that one's really good.
You get together, like, if 3 of your friends are taking 3 courses together this semester, you can register for the scholarship, and you each can get like $1,000 scholarship.
Yep.
As long as like everybody's in good standing, and it's just like I think it's the scholarship reinforces the fact that work as a team. You get together to college, you leave together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With your whole crew.
Yeah.
Nate, great question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Good morning, Noelias. Thank you for joining in. One of our gear facilitators in Mercedes. Okay, there's another San Benito Brownsville class has video. We have another chat question here. They want to know what type of computer programs are you using there in your engineering classes?
Okay, so for Manny.
Oh, for Manny, we use everything from a statistical software, which is called Minitab. We use something called Creo, which is for 3D modeling, so to make parts in a three-dimensional plane. We use optimization software called Lindo and Lingo, which basically is you transform your problem into a mathematical function, and it lets you optimize the result that you want.
Do they expect you to know all this right when you get
Oh,
there?
no.
Okay.
No. I didn't know anything about any of these programs. I learned Excel. Like, I knew Excel, I knew PowerPoint, I knew, yes. I didn't know any of this software. And when you get here, you learn it. Your classes are aimed for you to learn it. You don't have to, you can put a little, if you want to perfect it, you can put up your free time into it. But I mean, as a person that I didn't put a lot of time into outside learning of the program, I'm pretty good at them. All the coding you learn here. I actually know how to program machines already, and it's something I can teach you in 15 minutes. Yeah, it's nothing overcomplicated. We make it sound more complicated just to look cool.
Yeah. There's also for the computer science end and the electrical end, you use programs like PSpice. That is a circuit simulation software where you're able to go ahead and build circuits and go ahead and do nodal and mesh analysis, and you're actually able to simulate what would happen if you built it physically. There is Visual Basics. No, not Visual.
Visual Studio?
Yeah, there you go. Visual Studio, Microsoft's Visual Studio, where you code in C++.
Yeah.
That is your computer science, basically 101 right there.
Also simulation for manufacturing, we use Arena.
Okay.
So you build simulation models of production, and you can if you want to build a process, you can just build it in Arena and see what happens, see if it explodes or not.
And then what? Really?
Yeah, advanced simulation, you can actually put you can put the whole airport situation and see how long your lines get. So if you get all Walmart long lines,
Yeah, okay.
you can check
There's also MATLAB, which is a great software as well, where you're able to do formulas and whatnot. And there's SolidWorks and other CAD software. So if you do want to get ahead and you do want to go ahead and start practicing, what you want to look into is CAD software, which is computer-aided design. Any sort of CAD software teaches you how to draft and sketch in a 3D space on a computer and actually start doing engineering type of setups. If you want to learn how to program, you would look into Java, you would look into C++, you would look into, I guess, Unity is okay for game building. They don't really use that here, but it's something to have under your portfolio. And then there's also MATLAB. You really want to learn MATLAB as well, because almost all the engineering courses use MATLAB at one point or another. And if you're that guy, okay, Manny's never mind, they don't count. But Makey, electrical, computer science, they use it sometimes. But if you're the guy that knows how to do it, you can be that guy that's like, hey, $5 and I'll show you how. And you can get, well, it's more like, hey, buy me lunch and I'll help you with your homework. We can learn together.
Yeah.
Cheating to the top is never something you want to do.
No.
Because when you get to the very end, this is something I've seen in someone before. They thought they could, borrow notes the whole way through and just kind of slide on through. But when you get to the end and you're not able to answer a simple question, you're actually just hurting yourself in the end. So it's always about hard work and determination.
Yep.
And with those programs, if you're able to learn those programs, it'll be a lot better if you're able to start studying a little bit ahead of time.
Any other questions? Doing great.
My sleep just hit me. I'm like, I didn't get my full 8. Also, guys, you got to learn how to balance your sleep schedule. This is just college in general.
Yep.
You got to learn how to balance your sleep schedules. How many of y'all actually wake up? I see a classroom. Y'all actually wake up around 7 or 8 o'clock to go ahead and get to class, right? Just show of hands. Y'all wake up pretty early just to get. My first class on some days is like 9 or 10 o'clock. But my last class or my last job that I get out of can also be like at 9 or 10 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
So you got to learn how to balance your sleep schedule. And then you have to fit homework in there too, which is what I was doing earlier when you saw me go off a little bit. I was actually doing a little bit of homework. So just getting that done real quick before we continued on. But we're good to go.
Awesome. Any other questions out there, either via chat for those that don't have the ability to have a camera where we can see you raise your hand, or if you want, you can still auditorily connect by just unmuting your mic, because I don't know which of the classrooms have a question, but you can always unmute your own mic at the computer station or iPad or whatever you're using and fire a question away. Yes, Veterans Memorial. Let me unmute. Yes, I love the Longhorn shirt. Hook 'em.
Is it easier to get like an internship?
Easier? Or easy in general?
I wouldn't say easy, but you can make it easier for yourself. That's the thing. Because I have many friends of mine, like they just go to class and they do the thing and stuff. And I have some really smart friends, but they have a hard time getting internships because you know how it works. People, employers, they're hiring you for 3 months. So they want a person that has a learning curve, like it's already started. You have to already know what you're going to be doing or have some experience, because in 3 months, I'm not paying you just to teach you. I'm paying you so that you can get there day one and start working for me and start being productive to me. So it's really important that you get some internships to pay you. They pay you to learn, but they expect you to be like
you take those skills.
Yeah, you take some skills and just perfect them. Yeah.
So like my experience with Procter & Gamble, these guys right here, I got hired as a freshman. So imagine you graduate high school, you go your first year, and like within a month or two, there's a company here asking you to apply online. You apply online and they say, all right, you passed the exam. I want to interview you. You pass that interview, they really want you. They liked how you talked. They liked how you answered questions. They see you have a lot of experience, whether it be working at a grocery store, working for your parents, being a president of the student council in high school, right? Because you're a freshman in college. Yeah. You have no experience yet. You haven't started yet. You can get job opportunities because they're willing to teach you for a week or two, and then they expect the next 10 weeks is you go in full force. Yeah. So they know you might not know something, but they know that you're the type of person that will get it and run with it and really learn how to do it. So it is easier when you're in an organization to get the first interview. That's the biggest thing is when you, like, so right now with the whole Longhorns exchange, he's like, yeah, Longhorns. They do that. Companies do that. Like, I love that school. I went there. My cousin went there. I was in that organization. I helped build that one car for that one competition. There's that connection. And if you have that connection, it helps you get the interview. After that first interview, it's all on you.
Oh, yeah.
They determine whether or not they want to give you a chance. But if you're the person they want, they will pick you. And that's the thing you have to learn how to start building now with all those opportunities we talked about earlier, about building your professional skills and building your proper work ethic.
And it's important not to be afraid of applying. Even if you don't have all the experience, I always tell my student members and my friends, like, just apply. Like, you already have to know if you don't apply. Yeah. Just go for it and see what happens. Go to the interview. If they don't choose you, you got interview experience. So the next interviews you have, you'll be better.
Yep.
Quick question. Interview or the internships, are they mainly summer, or are there some that go with this fall semester, like hours after school, or how does that?
Yeah. So the summer internships are, there's summer internships. There can be something that's a fall internship, or there can be a co-op.
Yeah.
So summer internships are the 3 months during the summer. You work 12 weeks. And some companies will actually work with you. Like, say you wanted to go study abroad. You wanted to go to Spain, Barcelona. You wanted to go to France, wherever, Germany. And you had that opportunity to go study across seas. They will work with you. You go on your trip. You come back and you start working right away. you can work for 8 weeks instead of the 12. And that's during the summer. Then there can be something just specifically for the fall. That doesn't happen as much, but then there's what is called a co-op, where you work from the summer all the way through a semester, whether it be January to the end of the summer or May to the end of December. So those types of opportunities is when they give you like a really big project and they really want you to make an impact. And our experience in engineering, no company is going to give you a job where they're like, hey, go file these papers for me.
Oh, no.
It's like, hey, here's a team that's been working on this. We handpicked all these people to work with you. You're going to be the one in charge of this, or you're going to be helping them do this.
Wow.
They give you a team and they give you power. And whatever you do has real meaning in the company. Makes a big difference. You could be saving millions of dollars. You could be saving hundreds of millions of dollars, or you could be helping create a whole new product.
Yeah. In my experience,
as a student.
As a student, I was 3 months in the company I was working for during my internship.
Yeah.
Under that period of time, basically some of my projects became standard for the company.
Yep.
I designed their whole interface for data collection from production,
Wow, that's cool.
which is just a big spreadsheet in Excel.
Yeah,
but it's like either way, they use it every single day and they get all the data from there. Yep. And that was me. So one day, I can always say a company is using my software or my product every single day, and I can do that for you.
And there'll be days where you're like, I wish I was the guy getting coffee right now.
Oh,
You're
especially if they tell you to go night shifts and it's it's 2 a.m. and you're working.
Well, I didn't have that experience.
But I had that.
I worked from my 9 to 5. I did my 8 hours a day.
No, I was sick. I was sick one day. The next day I come in for work. They tell me next week it's night shift for you.
But you have to get the full experience.
Oh yeah, it's the full experience.
You get the full,
yeah.
You got
and actually, night shift was pretty cool. It's pretty chill. Nobody's there. The plant manager is not there, so you're a little bit more relaxed.
You're in chunk shorts. No.
Always be professional. Always be safe. Always be safe.
All right.
Good advice. All right. It's already 10 o'clock. How fast this hour has flown by. We'll go ahead and we have a few more questions and then we'll wrap this session up. I already have people waiting on the next 10:30 session that have logged in.
Most likely, yeah.
We need to take a little break in between, but let's hit this question from veterans. Which universities offer engineering degrees and what kind of engineering degrees?
Ooh.
Okay.
We'll talk about UTRGV.
UTRGV, we have electrical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science, computer engineering, and manufacturing engineering.
And we're actually going to be getting, within like a 5-year plan, I think we're going to be getting another degree or 2 with our new merger.
Which is probably biomedical engineering.
And chemical engineering.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's a good.
Yeah. So hopefully we're the next ones to get a new building because we need a new building.
Yes.
We've already worn this one out. We're all jam-packed in here, so that we can speak for.
I think there's a 10-year plan to get a building.
Yeah, there's a 10-year plan to get a building. So not you right now will get the building, but maybe your brothers and sisters. And, one thing, do that. Encourage your brothers and sisters. If you're the older sibling, or if you had an older sibling, they probably did this to you, but encourage them to go ahead and start doing what you're doing now. If they're 2, 3, 5 years younger than you, instill in them what you're learning now and what you're trying to achieve, and give them that opportunity. Be that person. If you don't have anyone to ask yourself, be that person your younger sibling can ask later on.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Try to do it for them too. That's what I try to do with my siblings. Worked out pretty well. Not bad.
Well, my siblings are.
Nice.
Okay. He's a soccer player.
He's doing what he loves.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't pay.
But if
you have a question right now, that's like
I'll be the first one. Yes.
I was your number one fan. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity, guys. We really.
I hope
the questions.
we're able to help you guys and answer some of your questions.
And if you need our contact info, feel free to
grab the contact info from
yourself.
Yeah,
Chris.
Yes, I have it. And any facilitators that are listening out there or teachers, you can contact your facilitators, or if you have my information already, just email me and I will turn around and share that contact information. And again, it's Michael Acevedo and Francisco Torres.
Yes.
And great job. They will be with us again for the 10:30 show.
Yes.
Show. It's like a show. You guys are hilarious. great personalities. You're really making this entertaining for the kids and showing them the lighter side, but yet, you're not scaring them with all the engineers have to do. You're showing the good stuff too, and that's important.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna
Let's see the bad
study.
stuff when they get here.
You're recruiting gurus. You're doing a great job. I think you're getting a bunch of engineers out there.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I hope this was worth your time. I do thank you, classes, for joining us. This is recorded. I'm going to work after the 4th session today to get these uploaded, these videos, to YouTube, and then I will then consider sharing those links out as soon as I can get that finalized.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I would want my
you guys are going to be on YouTube eventually.
I had a channel.
You had a channel?
I had 500 subscribers.
No way.
Yep, I did.
That's cool.
That's super cool.
It died real quick. PewDiePie
Okay.
happened, and then
I don't
Just open a channel, dude.
I will.
There's people getting rich with that.
All right. I think he wants to end.
It's not me. No, that's great. No. So we're going to, in this session, we're going to take a 25-minute break. So classes, if you are still available and your schedule works out, we'd love to have you join us at 10:30. Or teachers, if you have a new class, come on back. We'll have another, 45 minutes to an hour from 10:30 or so till 11:15, 11:30, and then we'll take a lunch break and come back at 1. And
Awesome.
real quick, guys, did you find that there's a female engineer? Is she going to be able to join us for the 2:30?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
have.
So have that. We'll know that there's going to be a female engineer sharing her experiences. So all you ladies out there, join us at 2:30.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
Thank
Okay, I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.
Francisco, great job. Michael, thank you very much. And you have the next link. So we're going to be clicking on, we'll end this meeting and we'll do the second session, second link for the next 10:30 session. Awesome.
Were y'all able to confirm what was happening with the 1 o'clock?